Good afternoon, everybody. How are you all doing? Good to be back after yesterday's little bit of a fiasco there, where OBS wasn't able to push the streams out, but everything seems to be working now, and in my little test this morning it seemed to be a little bit quicker, so it looks like everything is good there. We are here in Cabo, and we're going to be carrying on our flight down the Americas. Today we're heading across the bottom of the Sea of Cortez over into mainland Mexico and off to Mexico City. That's going to be interesting as well, as it's a 7,000 foot elevation, so a bit of a high altitude landing when we get to Mexico. But we're currently here in Cabo. There's a few aircraft here on the ramp, and no ATC at the moment en route. We'll see what happens as we go. So let's hop on board and we can start getting ourselves all set up and ready to go. Alright, so we're here at the aircraft. It's plugged into the external power. Let's do our checks here. So parking brake is set. Spoilers are retracted and disarmed. Flaps are up. Weather radar is off. PWS is off. Engine masters 1 and 2 are in cutoff. Thrust levers are at idle. Mode selector is normal. Gear lever is down. So come up top. Batteries 1 and 2 will come on. External power is on. Check the brake pressures. That's where they should be, as the aircraft has been sitting for a while. Get the lights up on the panels. I want to turn this one down slightly. Doesn't really matter for that one at the moment since nothing's being displayed, but it's a habit I have of when I do it. Get the ECAM panels up. Turn up the 2 McDoos, and we'll get the lower and the upper panels. Alright, so there we go. APU fire test is good. Crew oxygen is on. Cockpit voice recorder test is done, and we can start aligning the ADIRs. Exterior lights, we have the nav and logo lights on. Seat belts, portable devices, and emergency exits are armed. So we'll fire up the pad, and we will drop down here and get ourselves up and running. So we're going to get our flight plan. Get rid of that. So we're going up to flight level 390 today. According to the brief, the troposphere is at 51865. Well, we're not going anywhere near that, but we will toss it in there anyway. Ground temperature 14 degrees, very nice. And that is all looking good there. So you can come over here to the weight and balance. We will get our load for today, 143 passengers, and we can start the boarding process. We'll come over here, we'll get our flight plan in. Fuel for today 7040, so come over here to the fuel. 7040, and fueling is underway. And we come back down here and carry on with our setup. So over to the flight plan. Winds are currently pushing pretty strong out of the southeast. So we're going to be taking off on runway 16 As winds are 130 at 16. So there's our departure, runway 16. We're going off on the Liga 1 Alpha. There it is there. And we will insert that. And we will just cross-check with our chart. Yeah, 506, and then Liga. For our arrival, winds are currently in Mexico showing 110 at 8, so we're going to land on runway 05 right, and we'll do in the ILS Zulu on that on the Dara 2 Alpha arrival. So the ILS 05 right Zulu on the Dara 2 Alpha. Just pulling up the approach plate. Yeah, we're going in via Sutas. Get that in there. And that's all good. So that is now our route entered in. We're just doing the boarding. If we come over here and take a look at our flight for today. We are here at the airport. We're up at the north end. Runway 16 is kind of behind us. So what we're going to do is we're going to push back. We're going to face south. That'll let us get out of here at this ramp connection here. Then we'll make a right turn, come up to Alpha, and we'll be taking off to the south. And then going to be going out on the departure. I'll fly out, come down this way, roughly 120 degree, heading down towards Liga. Then we'll be on course down across the entry into the Gulf of Cortez, down to Mexico, across Guadalajara, past Leon, and we're going to make the turn down towards Mexico. We're going to come in on the Darren 2 Alpha, which is going to bring us down, and it has us doing some interesting turns here, but that's to bring us down around the mountains that we have here in Mexico, around Mexico City itself. And then we're going to come down here to Sutas, and then along, and then the long straight inbound into the airport. And once we're down, we will be going to Terminal 1. So we're going to cross over and then backtrack to Terminal 1. We're going to be parking here on the north side. So that is our intended flight for today. And should be pretty good. I'll get rid of the overlay. Looks like our fueling is progressing well. There we go. Fueling is complete. Just come back down to the passengers here as they board. So we're almost halfway through boarding. IRSs are now aligned. If we look at our departure, we have a restriction of 14,000 feet at Rudder, so that's what our initial clearance is going to be up to. Put 14,000 in. And then after that, we can climb on up to our regular cruise. And we do have a speed restriction initially of 230 knots. So we'll dial that in a little bit later. we'll bear that in mind. Transition altitude for today's departure is 18,500 feet. So once we basically get out over the water, we can go up to 250 knots. And everything will be good there. So let's get the current barrel, 2988. That's now set on both sides. We're at 385 feet or so here at the airport. This is a mod. This is the one I posted in the Discord. It's nicely done. It adds a little bit more in the textures and makes it look a little bit more realistic. So it looks like there's 4 of us flying today. It's looking good. Again, VATSim seemed to go down and we lost all the information there. But
Los Cabos traffic, Cabo 464, push back at the start, and we'll be facing north.
I'm only seeing myself at the airport at the moment, but I'm using SimAware at the moment just to see where everybody is. But and if there's any ATC, which there's not. The nearest is up at Los Angeles Center. See how we're doing here. What we can do is plan our pushback. So let's get that set up. A little bit of sniffles today. Sorry about all the sniffing. So if we scroll out a little bit, there's the way we want to go out. So we're basically going to push back straight to about here, and we'll have them bring us around down to the line over there, and then we'll just go a little bit further back just to make sure we're straight. And that's good. Get rid of that at the moment. It's like about 40 passengers to go. And we will be set. So go down the rest of our list. MCU data is all set. There's no
traffic, southwest
nav aids needed for departure. So that's not an issue. We have IFR clearance. We'll self-clear. IRS is our line flight plan. We've just reviewed it. EFIS nav aids. We'll put Roger up to 40. Takeoff briefing as per SOPs. Squawk, we're going to put in 2000 on the squawk, which is an IFR, generic IFR clearance instead of a VFR one. We're 119, so we got about 23 passengers to go. Looks like it's the business class passengers getting on board. Alright, so they're getting ready to leave. We got a, what do we got? A Delta, Southwest, and 2 Caribous. Oh, something I do want to grab. my flex calculator set up. As the final passengers are loading in. Are you gonna dark? Are you gonna continue with, or are you gonna get the 700?
Boarding completed.
Okay, boarding is completed. Right, so I still got to get the proper release version of that calculator. I'm still running the beta, which is not good. Really gotta support Gavin. Anyway, let's get over here. Our zero fuel weight is 57.3.
Ladies and gentlemen from the flight deck, on behalf of myself, your captain, the first officer, and cabin crew, I'd like to take this time to welcome you aboard our flight.
Fuel
We're
is
just wrapping up some paperwork
7.0.
up front here and waiting to receive final numbers from the ground crew, then we'll be on our way.
And our winds
About a 10 will be
are
coming through the cabin shortly with a very important
24.
safety briefing. We do ask that you
There we
give
go.
them your full, undivided attention as they review the safety operations of this aircraft.
So that is now all set in. We can come over here to our performance.
If there's anything we do to make your flight any more enjoyable, please don't hesitate to ask. Welcome aboard.
Traffic, Cabo 464 is taxied by Juliet and Alpha, Holly Point, Alpha.
Flaps 1. And our V speeds. Yeah, I watched those as well. Yeah, my VA flies the 800 series, so that's the one I'm going to go with. So, but they're going to go 700, 600, 800, 900, so it'll probably be a couple months before the 800 comes out. Alright, so we're all set up with our speeds. I don't know how correct those are. I think my beta version of the calculator is now broken, so can't really use it. But that is all set, so we have our performance. So, let's get the APU up. And flap open, please. Flaps open. APU is starting. MCDU weights are set. We have a V1 of 128, VR 129, P2 of 133.
Traffic, stop by station 5, taxi by Foxtrot Alpha, the short runway 16.
And we're just now waiting on the APU to become available. Traffic taxiing behind us. There's Nick coming up. There's Dark. He looks like he's racing to cut him off. Oh, he is too. Wants to be first out. Look at that. Alright, APU's available. APU bleed is now on. External power is disconnected and the air is on. So we have our load sheets. Cockpit door is coming closed. And it is locked. Fuel pumps are both on. Beacon light is on. Let's call for the push.
Cockpit to ground.
This is ground, stand by.
Transponder is on. TCAS is on standby. There's the radio's on 122.8, so we're set there. Cabo area traffic, Caribou 5556, gate 1, push and start, facing south. Yeah, about 4 months, that's what I figured. Sometime in the summer. We'll see how it goes.
Okay, sir. The bypass pin is installed. All doors and hatches
Interesting that Aerosoft is now considering doing the A350 when they said before they weren't, so
Parking brake set, lifting the aircraft.
could be interesting. We could see a 350 coming. after their 3:30.
We are cleared for start and push.
Okay, cleared for push start. Please release parking brake.
Parking brakes are released.
Commencing pushback. You can start the engines in sequence.
It will start in the sequence.
Cabo traffic, Delta 624,
Alright.
send 1
We are starting in the sequence. Pumps are on, bleeds are on.
Los Cabos traffic
Ignition to
southbound
start.
875 is
Starting
now
engine
rolling
one.
on 16 via the
Nice VNAV here. We can see the restrictions laid out. So it's very nice to see. Come over, we got our initial speed restrictions and our height restrictions. So it'll work out very well. The Delta's pushing as well. Dark's getting ready to go. And we have engine start. There he goes. There we are, pushing back, making sure everything's all straight and aligned.
Okay, pushback completed. Please set your parking brake.
Parking brake set.
Parking brake set. Lowering aircraft.
Oh, VATSim come alive again? Let me fire it up.
Ground. Startup is complete. You may disconnect.
Roger. Good engine start. Cleared to disconnect. See you at the
Oh,
side.
yeah,
Have a
so
good
it is.
flight.
Holding position waiting for the visual. Thank you and goodbye.
Alright, so there's the tug pulling out. We have good start on engine 1, starting engine 2. Let's go see if we can see Nick leave.
Los Cabos traffic, Cabo 464 landing on runway 16.
Nice view of the mountains there, slightly vanishing in the haze over the tree line. There's Nick pulling out. Be nice if they can get those LOD issues sorted out with this thing. Alright, that's a good start on engine number 2. So, ignition back to normal. APU bleeds off. APU is now off. For taxi checklist, auto brakes to maximum. Spoilers are armed. Flaps 1+F. Engine anti-ice not required. Flight controls. It's full left, full right, neutral, full forward, full back, neutral, full left rudder, full right rudder, and neutral. Steering pin is disconnected, and trims are set. Ready for taxi. So nose light to taxi. We'll turn the runway turn off lights on. Strobes are off. Parking brake is released, and we're good to taxi. Cabo area traffic. Caribou 5556 taxiing. Runway 16 via Alpha. Start our
Los
taxi.
Cabos traffic, Cabo 464 is rolling runway 16.
TO config within the cabin. Looks like I'm next, and Nick's rolling, so I'm going to start the chrono. Make sure we get good 2 minutes of separation. Do the config test again. There we go. That is good. There he goes. It's not a long taxi, as you can see.
Oscar bus traffic, Delta 624, taxi to intersection Echo, runway 16, fire Golf Echo.
Very nice. A lot of private jets here. Well, Cabo is a very well-known resort town here on the Baja Peninsula. Cabo area traffic, Caribou 5556, taking position, runway 16, Cabo. It's 32 degrees out, very hot here today. All right. As we roll up, landing lights on. Strobes, nose to tax, takeoff. Weather radar, PWS, and TCAS is on. Takeoff memo, no blue. Have a bit of a left crosswind here. There we go. Alright, so we are set. Nick's had his 2 minutes. We're good there. We'll clear that. So brakes are set. Engine's coming up to 40%. Cabo area traffic, Caribou 5556 rolling, 16. Heading out on the Aguila 1 Alpha departure, Cabo. Brakes released. Toga power set. SRS enabled. .100 knots. V1 rotate.
Oscar bus traffic, Delta
Positive
624,
rate.
line up and wait, runway 16.
Gear up. And speed brake disarmed. Taxi lights are off. And power back to climb. Climb power set. Autopilot on. Alright, through S speed, flaps up. And we'll start the clock. There's our initial turn. Some of the traffic here. So we've got to be above 7,000 feet. That's our next restriction. It's in magenta, so it's a constraint.
Oscar bus traffic, Delta 624, takeoff, runway 16.
See how it handles it. saying above 7,000. I don't know if it's going to try to level me off here. It is. Which it shouldn't be doing since it's cleared up too. So we're going to go into vertical speed climb. Let's keep us going. Then we're cleared up to our cruise level now. No, according to the chart, it's over. It's over. Is it? Oh, sorry, it is under 7,000. Nah, you're right, Nick. I was reading it wrong. Yeah. My error. Maybe it is correct. Oh, let's see if it is correct. Let's put it back into managed mode and see what it does. See what happens when it reaches 14. And while we're climbing out, throw up the map. Drop that, unload the route, and go into world map mode. There we go. Oh, it looks like Oki's up. Go through 10,000. Landing lights will come off. I can use their portable devices. We're going to maintain this heading for a bit, and then we turn a little bit more eastwards and head in towards Mexico proper. Tune on the radio. Just kind of monitoring now. That's the view southwards out towards the Pacific Ocean. View takes us up the Gulf of Cortez. Looking very nice. Nice gentle climb going on. So if anyone's interested, and I know it's getting late for you Europe guys, but I will be doing the Singapore to Dubai leg right after this. Just because I got to fit it in what I've got available time-wise, and I can get it in. So it won't be streamed, obviously, but it will be. I'll be in the little chat room on the Discord. So it was a successful flight last time from Singapore down to, or from Melbourne up to Singapore. So I'm hoping my little fix to my dead zones has solved the issue with it going around and back and forth. Doing those wonderful 360s. So I guess Mexico is going to be the first of our higher altitude airports we're going into. Probably keep the speed up a little bit and do a flaps 3 landing. They are long runways in Mexico City, over 12,000 feet. Hey, okay. Oh, that's great news. Yeah. Did you have 15 very good landings as well? It is great news, though. Yeah, I remember back when I was doing my lessons. It's quite the accomplishment. So I'll ask you, okay, do you find that your sim experience has helped? Left turn here, or yeah, left turn. We're leaving the star now, or the star. We're leaving the SID now. We're en route.
You can cherish. Hidden Car offers fast free towing, plus a minimum tax receipt of $300. Donate at kidneycar.ca.
Celebrating 70
Coming
years
up
of the
for
French industry, Gardewine is proudly Canadian.
29,000
With over 30
feet.
terminal locations across Manitoba and Ontario. Gardewine serves more than 3,500 communities in Canada. Gardewine is now hiring all driving positions across their Canadian.
Yeah, that's cool.
If you want to be close to home,
It'll make it easier.
in Canada, then you want to join the Gardewine family. Visit drivegardewine.com.
Yeah, mine said the same thing.
That is
When I had
drivegardewine.com.
there's some additional stuff in there because you've got the motion and you can feel the plane movements, but you notice right away that there was something there because I was able to do certain things fairly easily. But the other thing you're going to notice is you've got all the theory already on flight concepts and stuff. So a lot of that stuff will come quicker as well. And one thing I used to do, and I think I've mentioned it before, is when you get into the cross-country stuff and flying from airport to airport, I used to do it in the sim before we did the actual lessons. So you've already got the visual of what it looks like flying into the airport and the landmarks and all that stuff. Makes it a lot easier. And I was still doing that when I was actually had my license. I was flying. If I knew going into an airport I hadn't been before, I'd check it out in the sim. It's nice to have a fly-in once or twice before you go in real life, just to know the lay of the ground and how it's going to look as you approach it. What type of plane are you flying? Yeah, get to learn the airport, because you're going to be around that airport a lot over the next several months. We're almost up to cruise. And yeah, we'll switch over to standard pressure. Oh, okay. That's interesting. Nice. I'm just looking at a picture of it. It's a nice maneuverable glider. I did some initial lessons. I don't have my glider license, but I did some flights with the old What are they called? 235s, the really boxy ones. The cadet programs use them. So most of my flying was in those. But yeah, that one looks very nimble. Looks like Nick's about 20 miles ahead of me. So I'm going to go off mic for a little bit, and we'll put on some in-flight for a bit, keep us entertained as we head over towards Mexico City. And I'll be back with you when we get closer to briefing our arrival. Talk to you in a bit.
Just reached cruising altitude for the flight. As you can settle in, I do want to remind you to please secure detailed engineer from the aisle as the flight attendants will be coming through the cabin and the galley cart shortly. Also, one more reminder to please prepare some time to get into the front galley when the flight gets to where it's located. Thank you.
You're a glutton. What a glutton. He's a pig, not a duck.
going swimming. Here we going swimming.
Oh, but baby, you can't swim.
Now she tells me. Hiya, Mom.
He's a menace to the community. A bad influence on our children. He's just a bad egg.
He should have stood in his shell.
We've got to leave here immediately. Oh, heavens to Dempsey! It's that awful fox! Huey, we're dead ducks. Help somebody! The fox is killing my child!
Oh, you want to play with me? Now I got you. Gosh, let's play some more games.
Games? Yeah. Let's play hide and seek.
Come on, wherever you are. That would be the fountain fingerprint. Gee, he's hiding too good. There you are. I win. You came for the game time. I know you're in there. I think you're trying to kill me.
Jenny was fox first.
Celebrating 70 years in the trucking industry, Gardwine is proudly Canadian. With over 30 terminal locations across Manitoba and Ontario, Gardwine serves more than 3,500 communities in Canada. Gardwine is now hiring all driving positions across their Canadian network. If you want to be close to home, if you want to operate exclusively in Canada, then you want to join the Gardwine family. Visit drivegardwine.com for all available positions. That is drive, GARDEWINE.com.
Alpine Credits.
Hi, I'd like a loan to consolidate all my bills into one easy payment.
Okay, I just need to...
Hey! I am counting to 3. 1.
I just need to know if you're a homeowner.
Sorry about that. Homeowner, yes.
Oh, you're approved. See, I thought... Never mind.
Hear that, kids? Finally, someone's making my life easier.
Alpine Credits, where homeowners get approved.
Go to alpinecredits.ca to get started. Some conditions apply.
User license 12616.
Cabo 464, sorry about that, we're having issues with the connection. Southwest Station at the moment.
You slowed down?
No, I've literally stopped. I've got no internet connection at home.
Ah, right, listen. Mine's going on and off, but then all of a sudden I just looked at the speak out and I'm driving up now to track 390 and
Roger, my apologies.
What I don't understand though, there's no internet. You don't have to go with internet's gone, so badly.
Yeah, all I know is that they're trying to fix it at the minute. Don't know how long it's going to take.
Alright, we're getting close to our top of descent, so we might as well take a look at what we're going to be doing for an approach and arrival. So here is our current location, coming in along the route here. And we're going to be making the turn down, or like I said, we're picking up the Duran 2 Alpha. And as you can see, it's going to lead us in a little bit of a convoluted course, but that is to clear a lot of this high ground that we're going to be coming into west of Mexico City. So we're looking at coming down and around, maintaining about 17,000 feet through this portion and dropping down as we come in. Once we get down on the east side of this mountain ridge, we'll be picking up the ILS. As you remember, when we were doing our programming, we're coming into Sudas here, and then we'll come in on the ILS for the arrival. And 1091 is the ILS frequency. Is there anything else we want to tune in here? Not particularly. We can tune in the Mexico VOR while we're here. Come over to RadNav, and it is MEX. Throw that in on Nav 1. I'll take a quick look, see if there's anything else here that we may want to tune in just as a cross-reference.
Drove my wife to the hospital in this car the day my daughter was born.
This band took our family on some of the best
And worst road trips.
Every vehicle holds memories, which makes saying goodbye tough. Give your car a legacy to remember. Donate it to Kidney Car. Your donation will help Canadians living with kidney disease, and that's a memory you can cherish. Kidney Car offers
So there's not a lot of radio navigation aids in the area. Then there is a few other airports.
There's nothing wrong with getting excited for a long-awaited.
There's an NDB 359. We can tune that one in as well. We'll put that in over on
fast, soothing relief for upset stomachs. So
number 2 here.
With your day, worry-free.
359 to
TPX.
TPX.
Pepto-Bismol liquid caps. To ensure this product is one for you, always read the
NDB. We'll just fire that in there as a reference. Oops, let me get the thing off the screen there. So that's our little RadNav assistance setup. Go back over to the flight plan. So Nick is in the lead. He's about 30 miles out, and it looks like I got dark about 10 miles ahead of me. Not seeing him yet. He's out there somewhere. We'll keep it to 10 miles. We should be good. A little bit of cloud coming in, but the weather in Mexico City. Take a look at it. It says it's hazy, but they're not publishing any visibility restrictions, so it's not that bad yet. Winds are 110 at 6 knots, 9 miles of visibility, few clouds in the area, and 30 degrees. 3027 is the barrel. Realized I left my other mic going. Shut that off. Got something a little bit more appropriate for Mexico going. You see Mexico City coming in on the little in-flight map. So it's supposed to be snow and rain for the next 2 days here. Wow. Talk about miserable weather as we come out of winter into spring. So it looks like Nick should be about to start down. And we'll put in the lowest altitude on the Star, which is 11,000 feet. And that's what we'll use for the descent. The interception altitude should be 8,900. We'll deal with that when we get a little bit closer in. Looking good there, so let's come down. We'll get our information plotted in. Alright, so QNH. Well, it's going to zoom me out, is it? 3027. 3027. Temperature, I believe, was 30 degrees and winds 110 at 6. 30 and 110 at 6. That's all good. Transition altitude of 19.5 is correct. We're going for a config 3. And our clearance is 50 or 7566. It's just a straight Cat 1 ILS, so that's all entered in. So before we forget, we're going to come up top here and we're going to tell it where we'll be landing flaps 3. So we are almost there, so we're going to dial in 11,000. We'll see how this handles it today. Dark should be heading down.
Mexico City area traffic, southwest 875 now descending from flight level 350, initially down to flight level 210 for the Daran 2 Alpha arrival into Benito Juarez International.
There he goes. We got a mile or two to go and then we'll start down. Still don't see him, which is good. We're not too close. You see him on TCAS. He's about still maintaining about 10 miles out. Alright. Time to head down. No, not open descent. Managed descent. Mexico City traffic, Caribou 5556 leaving flight level 390 on the Daran 2 Alpha arrival for runway 05 right, Mexico City. So there's the path indicator.
From the flight deck, ladies and gentlemen, as we have noticed, we have begun our initial descent down to our destination. Now would be a good time to wrap up.
As you are speeding up, we're going to need some speed brakes here.
If you are up, once you return to your seat,
put them out.
Until the aircraft arrives safely at the gate. Flight attendants, please prepare the cabin for right.
a little bit of a help there. And we'll just monitor. It went a little bit severe as it was trying to intercept the path. It was probably slightly late in starting, but we seem to be getting down to it now. So we can see it's put in that 17,000 foot restriction. That's where we're working towards. Throw on the constraints. Alright, TCAS is set below, so we can do our descent checks. MCD landing performance is done. TCAS is below. Approach briefing is complete. Nav aids are set. ATA is not required. EFIS constraints are on. At 20,000 feet, we'll do the seat belts. It's going to try to hold our speed back because we do have some speed restrictions coming up as well as we fly through here. Beautiful day to be flying in Mexico City. Just a reminder as we descend, if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel. We fly several times a week, variety of aircraft, and all our streams are multiplayer, so you are more than welcome to come and join in and fly along with us. We fly all over the world. Information can be found on our Discord. I'm going to throw that up in the chat. Or you can just search under Digital Flight Deck. And it'll come up as well. It is an open server. You're more than welcome. All the information for all the flights is posted there, along with the information about the aircraft, the airports, and all that, and help if you need it for any of the flights or just the sim in general. Alright, this is looking good.
Here's a story we received from a PC Health app user.
Seem to be high.
I broke my ankle and used the PC Health app to connect with a physiotherapist. It helped a ton with my recovery. Genuinely wanted to say thank you.
We genuinely want to say you're welcome. From services like finding doctors and physiotherapists to chiropractors and massage therapists, the PC Health app connects you to the care.
30 miles to Darren.
It's just one of the ways.
I think we'll be okay.
Services not available in all regions. See the PC Health app for full details.
No matter how big or small your business is, making your own ad on Spotify Ad Studio is as easy as 1, 2, 3. 1. Let us know what you want your ad to say and pick out.
So we're into the 20,000s. I'm going to get rid of our map there. I'm also going to
2. Reach Spotify listeners based on their income.
Kill the radio. We're going to put on the signs to help the cabin crew start getting everything ready for landing. And we're doing good. We're a little ahead of schedule. We've had a nice bit of a tailwind push. Winds are down 0.60 at 8. Just to check and see how we're sitting. And temperature's still 30 degrees, still hazy. We're still looking pretty good. We're at the bottom end of our speed envelope. We've got to be under 23,000 at Darren, which is looking good. Darren is the entry point into the arrival. So there's one aircraft on the ground currently in Mexico City, and there's an inbound Airbus 350-900 coming in from Madrid, and then there's the four of us. So Mexico's not too busy right now. Daran, of course, is the entry point into the star. So we have a minimum floor of 21,000 feet. Looks like we're going to be just hitting that as we cross. There we go. We're 500 feet above, which is within the window. And then we're working our way down to 17,000 and 250 knots by MX 750. See, our speed is shifted, so it's going to start slowing us down. And we've only got about 3,000 feet to lose over 22 miles, so it shouldn't be an issue. We can definitely now start to see those hills we've got to worry about. This whole mountain range down here. The airport's just over this way, and we've got to come down kind of around like that around the mountains here. Still working our speed back. I'm going to give it a little bit of speed brake just to help it along the way. It's bringing us down to 230, which we got to be at by MX 752. And we will type in our pressure, which is 3027. As we go through transition. It's nice, I can see Nick on the line. Dark's ahead of us, just about to make that little bit of a left turn. And I think Oki is still in behind us. There's 18,000. So barrow is set. We've already got landing lights and seatbelt, or seatbelt and all smoking portable devices are on. I haven't seen the connection issue disconnect low bandwidth stuff pop in, so hopefully they've fixed all that. Alright, coming back up on our path. Speed braking come in. 17,000. We're on a constraint now. And we're holding at 230 knots. Oh, you just had it again? Oh, I see lights. I think that's dark. See his lights over there. So 230 at 17,000. That's looking good. And Oki should be coming in the path we were just on. Dark's right about there. I think he's popped out to turn on. Oh, there's Oki showing up on my TCAS now. I think he's turning on his Bing data again for photogrammetry. So he's out there in front of us. He'll pop back up in a second. But we're going to hold 17,000 a bit until out to here, and then we start descending and slowing down again. We're actually going to come in a little bit closer. That's Nick, about 20 miles or so ahead of us, heading southwards. Oh, there's Dark just popped back in, so he's still 10 miles, good spacing. He's out here somewhere. See that fog or haze in the valley over there? And the airport we're heading to is reporting haze in Mexico City. So there's another place we landed. Can't remember where it was when it was clear skies with haze. And yeah, you actually saw it when you were coming in. The visibility was horrible. I think it was in the DC-6s. We were in, is it in India? Can't remember. But it looked really, really cool. Maybe it was Pakistan, Karachi. Just monitoring. So we're pretty much 10,000 feet above the ground, so I'm going to turn landing systems on, and we'll get landing lights on, our taxi and turn offs, so we're all nicely illuminated. We're going to go into our performance, that we're not going to activate yet because we want it to control the speed and we don't want it dropping down to 200 knots this far out. So we will wait on that. Although I think it may kick it in right over here anyway. Seeing the deceleration marker. Which is fine if we're all doing that, and it will keep everybody spaced out. Was it Delhi? Yeah.
City Coast 5 international traffic. Caribou 464 is descending on the Darren 2 Alpha arrival. We are 17 miles from 05 right.
So there's the ADF and the VOR. So we're 33 miles from the airport. Yeah, it was really neat, Kevin, seeing the MEDAR saying sky's clear, and then it was like 3,000 meters in haze. And that's what we saw when we arrived. It was fantastic. So I got a bit of the sniffles going on right now. I'm thinking I'm not going to go into the museum tomorrow, so if anybody wants to, I may try a 747 flight just for fun, see how it is. My VA uses Stansted Airport as its base of operations, so let me know if there's a good Stansted Airport scenery out there, if somebody's done one.
Mexico City, Benito Juarez traffic, Delta 624, 35 miles northwest from the airport, Terran 2 Alpha arrival for the ILS Zulu 05 right.
So I think what we'll do is we'll hold there is Stansted scenery? Oh, freeware. Oh, really? Okay, let me go quickly take a look. What's the code? EG, is it EGSS? London Stansted Airport. Ooh, that looks nice. All right, I will grab that after the stream. EGSS, right. So, yeah, maybe tomorrow morning we can...
Benito Juarez traffic, Southwest Station 5 is now 5 miles from Mike X-Ray 717 for the ILS 05 right. We are approximately 15 miles west of the field.
Yeah, I know, eh? You're getting pretty close to your final. There's 14,000 feet. Speed is 210, or heading down to 210. Well, it should be anyway in a second. You have a, let's say 210, right? 210 knots, yeah. Oh, see a little bit of visibility. There's Mexico City. High up on the plain here with all the hills around it. And this this point. We go to 10. We got 40 on this side, so we're okay. No terrain. This is when you need terrain radar. Let's see if it'll drop the speed. There goes the speed back.
Mexico City traffic, category 464 is established stabilizer 05 right, 8 nav.
So EFIS is set as required. Terrain is in up. Gear we'll get to. Exterior lights are all on. Those wheel lights are set to landing. We are going auto brake low. Spoilers will arm now. It's just gear, flaps, and landing memo to go. Speed slowly working its way back.
And accompanying traffic, did you say Terminal 1 we're going to?
Roger, Terminal 1.
Thank you.
Should have called company.
Too close to do anything now.
Alright, we're heading down to 11,000 feet. I think what we're going to do, because we got a continual path, we're going to set up our approach. That's 8,900, so we'll dial that in. There is our 8,900. There's our restrictions coming up. We're going to go into
Benito various traffic southwest
phase now.
Now established on localizer 055 9 miles.
We do have the glide slope, we do have the localizer showing. There's the turn. 200 knots. Oh, there's the haze. Ugh. That is horrible. Mexico's looking nice though. Slowly gonna work our way around to the intercept.
$2,500.
Roger. We are 9 miles out. Do the cabin.
Mexico City traffic, carrier 464 vacated Echo.
Gear and flaps. This approach mode. So autopilot is on. Mexico City traffic, Caribou 5556 established on the localizer for runway 05 right. 6.5 miles out. Oh, flaps 1. Flaps 2. 190 knots, gear down. Flaps 3. Okay, Oki should have a lot of room behind me. Oh, we are set. Gear down 3 green. Cabin is ready. Signs are on. Lights are on. Spoilers are armed. And landing flaps are set.
1,000.
1,000 to go. Go around altitude is set. Now, Dark, are you off the runway? That is the question.
$500. 400.
Yep.
300.
CMX
Village Affairs traffic.
100 above.
Southwest Station 5, AQ to Echo.
200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10. 5. 5.
Alright, reversers on, auto brakes are on. Knots, reversers off, manual brakes. Going off at Echo. We'll come around to Gulf. Well, temperature is above 30 degrees, so we only go to flaps 1 on the retraction.
Tourist traffic, Delta 624 established.
We don't want to
05, right, 5 miles.
compress. Mexico City traffic, Caribou 5556, clear 05 right. So we'll bring the flaps up to 1. Spoilers disarmed. Landing lights and strobe go off. PWS, radar, and TCAST standby. Yeah, outside air temperature is 30 degrees. Taxi on Bravo.
Mexico traffic, Southwest 2133 in gate number 34. Ready to push and start up, back ready for taxi to expect runway 05 left.
Oh, you must be over here. I can see another airplane there. Very nice. And Oki should be down any minute. Definitely see that haze. I can see Oki's lights there. But yeah, it's a very hazy day here. There he is. Very nicely done, everybody. there's that other Southwest. So we'll park up beside Dark there. Side, kill the taxi lights. Oh, don't park there, dude. That's where I was just heading.
Over traffic data 624, crossing runway 05 left at the intersection Charlie 2.
So we'll ignore him. And there we go. Welcome to Mexico City, everybody. So parking brakes are set. Nav aids will come off. FCU is good. Constraints landing systems will come off. Flight directors 1 and 2 are off. Autopilot's off. NDs go back to 40. Arc and clear. No anti-ice. Not an issue. External power will now come on. Jet bridge is coming over. Engines will come off. Fuel pumps will come off. Beacons off. Nav and logo will stay on. Transponder and Roger can go say goodbye. So here we are in beautiful, hazy Mexico City. Got Oki taxiing up there. Great flight, everybody. Thank you very much for joining me on this trip as we work our way down the Americas. Just closing my VA tracker. We are next flying Wednesday on our Route 66 flight as we carry on. I think we're heading into Texas now, so it should be pretty good. We also have tomorrow, I'm not sure the time for European time, probably 1600 Zulu, in around there. I'm going to try a flight in Salty's 747, and we'll give that a shot and see how we do. And maybe we'll do some cargo long hauls in the near future. Oh, there's another airplane back there as well. Anyway, that's going to do it for this flight. Once again, thank you very much. We will see you on the next one. Bye for now.